The BIFF has suffered major setbacks in recent weeks. First was the death of its founder, Umbracato, and a few days ago, was reported killed by elements of the MILF in a firefight. However, there are reports that Usman may have been killed by his comrades. Now, what is the real story? The Armed Forces of the Philippines is now in the process of determining the truth on Usman's death. And joining us tonight on News Live is Brigadier General Joselito Kakilala, the spokesperson of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Good evening, sir, and welcome to News Live.
Yeah, good evening, Robert.
Now, sir, for the benefit of our viewers, now what is the real score? Who killed Usman?
Our initial report that showed that he was killed among his men. Where we welcome the recent claim of the MILF that they were responsible in the neutralization of Basit Usman. And even before the MILF came out with that admission, the Chief of Staff AFP, General Gregorio Katapang, had directed Major General Edmundo Pangilinan, the commander of the 6th Infantry Division, to come up with an in-depth investigation surrounding the death of Usman. We can come up with a conclusive report when Major General Pangilinan will submit the report to our headquarters.
Initially, were there reports on where the location was where Usman was killed? Was there an actual firefight, and was Usman the only casualty in that firefight?
There was a firefight. Aside from Usman, there were 5 others were killed at Barangay Mute, Gindulungan, Maguindanao, and the MILF recovered 1 M60 general purpose machine gun, 1 RPG, and 1 5.56 millimeter Bushmaster.
Now, there's a reward by the U.S., $1 million bounty by the U.S. government, and also a separate bounty from the Philippine government. Now, will this be given to them?
Yes, those who, because the policy is that any informant, claimant, provided that he is not a government employee or government worker, is entitled to the reward. However, he will go to process screening and validation by the Rewards and Valuation Committee. First at the local level, then this will be recommended to the national level for the approval.
How was the AFP able to get the picture of Usman?
It was provided by a reliable source to 6th Infantry Division, and this was forwarded to us.
Now, how can we be sure that he's really dead? Because what we have is just a picture. Now, what kind of other proof do we need to ensure that he is really dead?
We have several sources that he was really killed last May 3 in the morning.
Is this part of the investigation is being undertaken right now?
Yeah, you're right.
And when will this report be given? By tomorrow?
The Chief of Staff AP, General Katapang, had directed Major General Pangilinan to expedite the submission of the report.
Now,
probably tomorrow we will have that kind of...
Now, with these recent setbacks of the BIF, do you think that the BIF will continue to be a major threat, or is their strength waning?
Actually, you're right. Their strength is waning. Their capability is drastically downgraded, and they have more than 180 men, including wounded. Their top leaders were neutralized as Muhammad Ali Tambaco and Ismail Pagao. Aside from that, Amiril Umbracato, the chair of the BIFF, also died of natural death. And there were several leaders of the BIFF were also killed during several encounters with our government forces when we launched the all-out offensive operations against the BIFF and Basit Usman's group last mid of February, based on the directive of our Commander-in-Chief, President Aquino, to the Chief of Staff AP, General Katapang. With that, most of the close-in bodyguards of Basit Usman were neutralized, were killed, such as in March 7, 4 close-in bodyguards of Basit Usman were killed, and one was wearing the SAF uniform. On March 10, two of his nephews were during the encounter at Barangay Pamilian, Saidon, Mustafa. Then another one in March 29, Commander Bisaya of the BIFF, who is a close affiliate of Basit Usman, was also killed. So these are the developments that arose during the all-out offensive law enforcement operations against the
Now, with this,
BIFF.
will the offensive still continue against the BIFF? And what kind of coordination right now is happening with the MILF? Are they being cooperative in terms of trying to locate where the BIFF are their stronghold? Or
You're right, Robert. In fact, from the very start we launched our campaign, the MILF has been very supportive in providing intelligence information as to the BIFF and Basit Usman's groups, layers, traditional bases, mobility corridors, supply routes, and safe houses like that. These provide us as the impetus and the accurate surgical operations against these armed groups, lawless armed groups.
So the draft Bangsamoro Basic Law is expected to be approved by June. Now, how important right now is the peace in Mindanao, and how has the operations from the start of the year helped in terms of trying to get peace in Mindanao, which has been evasive for quite a number of years?
Yeah, Robert. For us, the position of the AFP that we support the processes in the passage of the Bangsamoro Basic Law, because we do believe through discourses and dialogues, we can come up with a better law on the Bangsamoro Basic. And the most important thing is that at the end of the AFP, we've been using the military-centric approach in addressing the insurgency problem in the Muslim region in Mindanao for the past 4 decades, more than 4 decades. However, we haven't achieved genuine, just, and lasting peace in Mindanao, which is the social contract of our President, our Commander-in-Chief, being Aquino III, that there will be a genuine, just, and lasting peace in Mindanao.
Are you optimistic that we will be able to achieve this?
Yeah, because the comprehensive agreement of Bangsamoro, as well as once the BBL, the process of the BBL will be enacted into a law, this will have probably, to us, it has a political, economic, social, and cultural solutions to the more than 4 decades old problem in Muslim region in Mindanao.
And so, finally, what's next now for the AFP in terms of trying to get to that level where we do attain peace in Mindanao? What are the next steps right now? The operations, as you said, there's going to be some social contact also as well.
Yeah, aside from our ongoing small unit, intelligence-driven, calibrated, focused military operations, law enforcement operations against the BIFF remnants and the other terrorists. With the synergy of cooperation among the MILF, the AFP, and PNP, it is not far-fetched that the top leaders of the BIFF and the other terrorist groups will fall into our hands one by one, or they suffer the same fate of Basit Usman.
I guess we do have to remain positive that this will happen soon.
Yeah, it's true. Then furthermore, right now we're shifting, especially in Maguindanao, we're shifting to the development side. The so-called the infrastructure development teams are there helping in constructing the infrastructure projects together with our engineers.
Yeah, that's very important.
Yeah,
yes.
Because the vision of the Chief of Staff AP, with the approval of the recommendation, which was approved through the recommendation of Secretary of National Defense, Walter Gasmin, as well as the approval of the Commander-in-Chief, President Aquino, that This will be the Mamasapano area, Salvo, Pagating, Sharp Agwak, the conflict-affected area will be transformed into a peaceful development.
Well, we do hope that happens. And on that note, thank you very much for joining us here at
Yeah.
Newslive. That was Brigadier General Joselito Hakilala, spokesperson of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Thank you, sir. and
Thank
good
you,
luck.
Bert. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.